This moment is a watershed. So much I've led, so much has been awakened. And no matter who is at the helm, my eyes are focused on the path to liberation. Today of bold transformation, worthy of the next generations, abolition of incarceration, protection of the right to migration, and we celebrate all that we've won and honor just how far we've come. But don't give up on us, don't give in too soon. Keep the pressure strong, 'cause the struggle carries on. It carries on. It carries on. It carries on. Oh, it carries on. Oh. Must not be fooled by those who seek to use close smiles to hide the sharpness of their teeth, who claim to fill in all the cracks, stand on foundations that were built upon our backs. I believe in our collective power to restore our humanity. I believe that we can reimagine a life where we are truly free, and we celebrate all that we've won and honor just how far we've come. But don't give up on us, don't give in too soon. Keep the pressure strong, 'cause the struggle carries on. It carries on. It carries on. It carries on. It carries on. Oh, it carries on. It carries on. It carries on. It carries on. Oh, and for those who suffer, and for those who died, and for those who fought so hard to survive, and for those who marched to protect our lives, we won't back down, give up, 'cause the struggle carries on. He 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 carries on. 'Cause the struggle carries on.
Hi, my name is Taína Asili. This song was performed with my partner in love and music, Gaetano Vaccaro. We are based in Albany, New York. I'm a singer, songwriter, and activist, and I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to create this song. So this was one of the first songs that I wrote during the pandemic, and I wanted to start by acknowledging that this time period that we are in with these multiple pandemics, right? The pandemic of COVID and also the pandemic of white supremacy in this country, that we are in a time of deep upheaval and a time of deep possibility for change, and that there really is no going back. So as I put pen to paper, that line just kept coming to me, this moment is a watershed. And so I did several versions of the song, and they all began with that particular line. This time period for me, as it has for many, has been a time of grief and mourning, and I wanted that emotion to be reflected in the song. I needed that emotion to be reflected in the song. And yet I also wanted to reflect the inspiration and the hope that has come through this time period, as we have seen people mobilize in ways that are unprecedented, right? Here in our community alone, thousands of people have filled the streets to say Black Lives Matter. And this to me is really exciting and full of so much hope and possibility. And, you know, as we move into this time period where the pandemic is starting to lessen and we're coming out of it, right? And that we now have a different administration in office, that we remember that the struggle carries on, that we have to keep that momentum going, that we still have so much work to be done. We still have, overwhelming numbers of people incarcerated in this nation, and a prison system that needs to be abolished, that we still have children, families, locked up in cages on the border, that our climate is still in crisis, and we have to keep that energy going. And I want to just, as an artist, use my art and my music to to be the wind in the sails of the people, to keep the struggle going. So I still feel really connected to the song and its message. And I think that given that this work is a marathon and not a sprint, we're probably going to need this message and many more like it for a long time to come. So I definitely think that it'll continue to be relevant. But I also think that this time period is a historical moment, and we need to be, as artists, documenting it in our art and in our creativity. And so I hope that it's an offering to that work as well. So I mentioned that this was the first song that I wrote since the pandemic, and I think it was because it became really, really difficult to feel in that mode of producing. For me, it was really important to stop, to take a breath and really reflect. And I'm grateful that I did, because as I'm now starting to write songs again, I think that they offer a perspective that I wouldn't have had I not taken that time that I needed to go within. And I'm looking forward to continuing to put pen to paper and words to song as we keep going in this moment of healing.